Let's explore contemplation, meditation, and self-hypnosis. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi. This is the Lama you are looking for. This evening, we could chant and meditate and enjoy a lesson or two. But first, if you enjoy Star Wars and you wish to meditate as transformatively as Yoda upon Dagobah under the guidance of Qui-Gon Jinn, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. If at any time during this evening's live stream you have a question about meditation or philosophy or even chanting, there's no need to be shy. Simply type your question in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's see if I can adjust this somewhat. Let's see. Okay. Let's see here. Welcome aboard, Eden Spam and user 615. N on Reddit asked, how do I meditate on something? N wrote, I want to meditate on something like consciousness is the only reality. Now, before I get to the formal response, a better question would be, why do you want to meditate on that? Do you think it'll give you peace? Because one of the things I've found is sometimes people want something fixed, and then they figure out, they suspect there's a solution, and so they ask for help with one specific solution instead of the asking for help with the problem they hope it'll fix. I see this happen a lot where people will grab maniacally onto a supposition and forget that maybe there's a better way to fix a problem that's nagging at their heart. Hello, Jeff. So about 6 days ago, I wrote a response. Meditation is not contemplation, which in turn is not self-hypnosis. There are some who are utterly convinced that they can believe themselves to nirvana, no less happiness. But what they do not know is that the mental and emotional rigidity latent in the belief I'll try that again. What they do not know is that the mental and emotional rigidity latent in belief is antithetical to the peace, joy, and centered spontaneity associated with enlightenment. However, if one is intent to install a belief such as consciousness is the only reality and hopes that it will give them greater peace and control, then they require two ingredients. First, suggestive wordplay, and second, a powerful mantra. Few things are as hypnotic as a well-worded rhetorical question, such as, how could consciousness be the only reality? One could recite it silently and mentally while inhaling, and then one could chant a powerful mantra while exhaling. Doing so upon rising every morning and just before bed every evening can install such a belief in a month or so. But if you desire freedom and flexibility, even more than yet another belief, I would recommend. Number 1, Mahayoga's contemplation of love and letting go to free you from hate. 2, Ati Yoga's meditation of awareness and letting go to free you from clinging. And 3, Anu Yoga's bliss and letting go to free you from craving, which is half contemplation and half meditation. You might find that the paths of manifesting and meditation lead to different destinations. Every 12 hours, I broadcast a live meditation class without any ads, other than this. With your help, this channel could help to support the next generation of nuns, monks, yogis, lamas, and even brick-and-mortar meditation centers, each replete with a resident teacher and their apprentice. If this speaks to you and you'd like to help out, for as little as the cost of 1 cup of coffee a month, simply use your smartphone's camera to capture this QR code, or scroll down and click one of the donation links in the description area below the video if you are on the Tube app. And of course, if you are on the Clock app, it's fairly simple to go to my profile and find my link tree. Let me check to see if there are any questions on the Clock app. Angela Gonzalez, welcome aboard. Let's see, do I push this button? And no, I don't. I'm new to this app. Please bear with me. Okay, let's check the time. Doing pretty good on time. In fact, we're doing so good at, well, let me be cautious today. I'm going to tap button 9, which will bring me to this evening's sadhana. Geshe Gayatso's Avalokite Shrivada Sadhana with amplifications by yours truly. Now, if you'd like to follow along and you're on the Clock app, skedaddle over to my profile and click the appropriate link on my therein, and that way you'll be able to follow along on your by seeing my desktop on your phone. However, you don't have to. I won't make you. I won't show up at your door and kick you in the shins if you refuse to. That costs extra. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Having gone for refuge, we now generate bodhicitta. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. We now are going to review the iconography of the archetype. We do so not because we believe it's a real entity who we can beg favors from, but because the iconography helps us to organize the 8 figures of speech upon which we contemplate during mantra meditation. Let's jump in. I and all living beings as extensive as space have at our crowns a white lotus and moon seat. Upon these from Priya rises Arya Avalokiteshvara. He has a white translucent body that radiates 5 colored lights. He has a smiling expression and gazes upon us with eyes of compassion. He has 4 hands, the first 2 are pressed together at his heart, the lower 2 hold a crystal mala and a white lotus flower. He is adorned with silks and jeweled ornaments, and wears an upper garment of an antelope skin. His crown is adorned with Amitabha. He sits with his legs crossed in the Vajra posture, supported from behind by a stainless moon. He is the synthesis of all objects of refuge. Now let's play with the prayer of the 7 limbs, also known as the 7-limb puja. This is a delightfully concise version. Bowing will serve as pride's antidote, and real or imagined offerings will serve as greed's antidote. With my body, speech, and mind humbly I bow, and make offerings both said and imagined. Confession will serve as hate's antidote. Rejoicing will serve as jealousy's antidote. Requesting to stay will serve as confusion's antidote, and the request to turn the wheel of Dharma will serve as clinging's antidote. Dedication of virtuous merit to the welfare of others will serve as apathy's antidote. I confess my wrong deeds from all time and rejoice in the virtues of all. Please stay until samsara ceases and turn the wheel of dharma for us. I dedicate all virtues to great enlightenment. Let us now perform the universe offering. The ground sprinkled with perfume and spread with flowers, the great mountain for sun and moon. Seen as all Buddha land and offered, thus may all beings enjoy such pure lands. Contemplating how all these pitiful migrators are my mothers, I seek her blessings to generate a spontaneous compassion, like that of a loving mother for her dear child. Idam guru ranam mandalakam niratayami. You whose white-colored body is unstained by faults, whose crown is adorned with a fully enlightened Buddha, who gaze upon migrators with eyes of compassion, to you, Arya Avalokiteshvara, I prostrate. You whose white-colored body is unstained by fault, whose crown is adorned with a fully enlightened Buddha, who gaze upon migrators with eyes of compassion, to you, Arya Avalokiteshvara, I prostrate. You whose white-colored body is unstained by faults, whose crown is adorned with a fully enlightened Buddha, who gaze upon migrators with eyes of compassion, to you, Arya Avalokiteshvara, I prostrate. We're now we come to the 5 great meanings. O Arya Avalokiteshvara, treasure of compassion, on all your retinue, please listen to me. Quickly release me and all my mothers and fathers, these 6 classes of living beings, from the ocean of samsara. Please quickly generate in all mental continuum the vast and profound Dharma of the unsurpassed bodhicitta. With your compassion and nectar, please purify swiftly the karma and illusion we have accumulated since beginningless time. And with your hands of compassion, please swiftly lead me and all living beings to the pure land of bliss. O Amitabha and Avalokiteshvara, throughout all our lives, please be your spiritual guide. And by perfectly revealing the unmistaken path, please lead us all swiftly to the state of Buddhahood. As a result of these single-pointed requests, may light rays radiate from Maria Avalokiteshvara's body and purify all impure karmic appearances of graspability and mistaken awareness of competition. May all environments become as fortunate as a pure land of bliss. Look at that. That's what we call an editing opportunity. Okay. Checking for questions. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? And Yardbird, 45. Love the Yardbirds. May all environments become as fortunate as a pure land of bliss, and may the body, speech, and mind of all the inhabitants become as healthy, joyful, loving, peaceful, and wise as the body, speech, and mind of Avalokiteshvara. For all appearances, sensations, sounds, and conceptions are as non-graspable as emptiness. All right, in preparation for mantra meditation, let's review the meaning of the mani. Om, I invoke the wish of healing Mani, jewel of love, and the purifying baby lotus of letting go, supplicating with whom may love and letting go be mastered by all. Okay, so here's the deal. There are many, many words for mantra meditation. We could call it mantra meditation, mantra contemplation. We could call it leapfrogging over our competitive tendencies as well as our clinging tendencies. We could refer to it as Mahayoga or Dzogchen's Togal or Tantra Mahamudra. So we're going to take these 8 exercises and divide them in half. The first half is going to focus on love. Specifically, we're going to bring the 4 bases of mindfulness. We're going to bring the mental, the verbal, the interpersonal, the physical, and the circumstantial into the path of love. As we chant the mantra, caches of diamond rays are emitting from a thumbnails as horizontal, six-syllable mantra rosary at our heart. Lavishing all minds, communication, bodies, and circumstances with peaceful wisdom, joy, love, beautiful health, and safe good fortune. May all minds of all beings know be as peaceful. So I have to warn you before we go any further, this is going to contain a lot of similes. And then the similes will act as an introduction to metaphors. The basic primary difference between sutra and tantra is that tantra is like sutra plus mantra and metaphors. That's my rule of thumb. May all minds of all beings know be as peaceful and wise as a Buddha's mind, symbolized by a one-syllable mantra known as a Zero Bija mantra. Now those 4 lines condense down to the single line, Bija wise for all minds. We recite that during our inhalation, and then we physically relax as best we can during our recitation of the mantra. Umani bimi 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 As I'm chanting, I'm facing the window, and we have a windstorm here in Southern California, and I'm just so impressed. I'm such a city boy. I'm so impressed by how durable plants are. You know, they're just being whipped back and forth by the winds, and they're just fine. May all relationships of all beings now be as joyful and loving as a Buddha's communication symbolized by the six-syllable mantra. Now that's going to condense into one line. Mantra love for all speech. Omani mimi umani 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 mimi May all bodies of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health depicted in Buddhist art of the blissful body of a Devi or Yidam of lore and archetype of enlightenment. Now, those 4 lines condense down to Yidam health for all forms. Umani bimi 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 May all circumstances of all beings now be as safe and fortunate as a Buddha's paradise, pure land or Vati of Lord. Those 4 lines condense down to Vati boon for all lots. Umani bimi 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 All right, I have a really interesting question from Yardbird45. Would you die or stay in life? I'm not sure what that means exactly, A question that some people ask is, would you choose to postpone enlightenment to continue as a bodhisattva? And that's a good question, and it's predicated upon some faulty translations. It turns out that there are some people who believe that that's what a bodhisattva does. However, there are three types of bodhicitta. There is a shepherd's bodhicitta, where the shepherd opens the gate, lets the sheep go through, and then he goes through. That's the bodhisattva who postpones his enlightenment. There is ferryman's bodhicitta, where both the passenger and the ferryman cross the stream together. And then there is royal bodhicitta, that's the one endorsed by the Dalai Lama of Tibet, where the bodhisattva attains enlightenment, yet continues to remain incarnate for as long as he can to teach and guide others. And then at the end of his life, he returns in flesh, blood, and bone as a tulku to continue helping people on the path. The latter is the one I've chosen. I hope that makes sense to you, Yardbird 45. Let's continue. So, having trained in love, we're now going to shift gears and train in letting go. So during these next four exercises, these next four mantra meditations, we're going to leapfrog over our clinging tendencies. How is it that as we inhale, our mind's functions could seem quite clear, yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void or a bija of light. Those 6 lines condense into the single line, how mind's clear yet void like bija. Omani mimi umani mimi umani bimi umani bimi umani mimi umani bimi umani mimi umani bimi Omani bimi umani bimi umani bimi umani bimi let's see. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, let's continue. Umani bimi umani bimi umani bimi umani bimi Oh, here we go. Hi, Ella. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. How is it that as we inhale, the interpersonal experience of communication could sound quite resounding, yet as we relax into our exhalation, it could feel as non-graspable as the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, or a mantra of light. Those 6 lines condense down to the rhetorical question, how speech heard yet void like mantra. Umani mimi umani mimi umani mimi umani peme umani mimi umani mimi umani mimi umani peme umani mimi umani mimi umani mimi umani peme Omani mimi umani mimi umani mimi umani bime How is it that as we inhale, our bodies could feel quite sensual? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as non-graspable as a yidam of light. Those 5 lines reduce down to the single line, how forms felt yet void like yidam. Omani mimi umani mimi umani mimi umani pime hum. Umani mimi umani mimi umani pime umani pime hum. Umani mimi umani pime umani pime umani pime hum. Omani baby omani baby omani baby omani baby. We come to our final mantra contemplation. How is it that as we inhale, all circumstances could appear quite vivid? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as non-graspable as a body of light. Those 5 lines reduce down to the single line. How lots seen yet, void like vati. Omani baby omani baby omani baby omani baby. Omani baby omani baby omani baby omani baby. Omani baby omani baby omani baby omani baby. Umani baby umani baby umani baby umani baby. If you've just joined, remember, whenever you have questions about meditation or philosophy, type them out as specifically as you can or explicitly as you can in the chat window. Welcome aboard, Peach Loves. Thank you. So now we turn our attention to silent contemplations and meditations. It's 32 minutes after the hour. Let's dig in. We're going to begin by contemplating the dance of impermanence and interdependence. So let us play with the metaphor. All lots melt into form. All forms melt into speech. Now, it's not our job to actively visualize this. If we play with these words, that's enough. All speech melts into mind. All minds melt into void. Whoops, it looks like something's going goofy with the display. I guess not. Okay. Well, that is just odd. Okay, so we're now going to slice through clinging with Ati Yoga, which is also known as Trekcho or Sutra Mahamudra. Notice this relaxing. We turn our attention now. We're now going to transcend craving by working with Anu Yoga or Tikle or Bija Mahamudra. The phrase we're going to play with, or the two slogans we're going to play with, during our inhalation we're going to recite Heart, Free, Grin. And during our exhalation we're going to mentally recite relaxing. Welcome, Bubbles. If you wish to look over my shoulder at the practice text, you'll want to use one of the links in my profile. Hello, Beatrice. Welcome aboard. Good evening, piece of pages. Hello, Jose. Or Josie. Having meditated for several minutes, we're going to now practice some love-oriented contemplations. Bija wise for all minds. Mantra love for all speech. Hello, Corey. Hello, 8-Ball. Let us contemplate the love that wishes Yidam health for all forms. Let's contemplate the love that wishes Vati boon for all lots. Now let's contemplate the wisdom that considers. Let us contemplate how, although all lots are seen, they are still as void as a vati comprised only of light. Let us contemplate how, although all forms are felt, as we breathe out, they could feel as if they were as void as a yadam. Let us contemplate how, as we breathe in, all speech could be rather resounding, and yet as we relax into our exhalation, it could feel as if it was as void or as non-graspable as a mantra. Let us contemplate all minds clear yet void like bija. And now let us rest in the non-graspable nature of mind. As we play with the slogans, notice this, relaxing. And as always, if you have any questions, type them in great detail in the chat window. Welcome aboard, Max. Let's seal this evening's practice with a wee bit of chanting, which, if you're following along on the talk app, on the clock app, it's much easier to do if you use the links in my profile. May all circumstances be as fortunate as the pure land. May all bodies be as healthy as Arya Avalokiteshvara. May all speech be as joyful and loving as the six-syllable mantra. And may all mental activity peacefully arise from great exalted wisdom. Mother's virtue may I quickly become as enlightened as Arya Avalokiteshvara, and then lead every living being without exception to that state. May the precious Supreme Bodhi teach to grow where it has not yet grown. Where it has grown, may it not decrease but flourish forevermore. If you feel I have earned it, type something in the chat window. Give this live stream a thumbs up and share it on social media if you can. In approximately 30 minutes, we could return to explore expecting, needing, and conniving. Until then, and of course we'll also chant and meditate. Until then, may you and yours be happy and healthy. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.